Alright, welcome back, welcome back. We are back. Yes. I know it's been a minute. I know it's been a minute. It has been a good long time since y'all have heard my voice on a podcast, on an interview, anywhere. Um, and there's a reason for that. We're gonna get into that today. But I just wanted to let y'all know the thoughts of a regular man is back. And it's here to stay. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just here to be honest with you and just let y'all know this podcast is not changing for what the original format was. There's not gonna be no red pill talk. We're not gonna hear to down women. We're not here for none of that. I want to have talks and conversations about real things that we are going through as people, men in specific, because I feel like men don't have that space to really vent and talk about real things. I think there's a lot of podcasts out here, sports wise, that are good, where you get a lot of different perspectives on different aspects of like the sports world and stuff like that, with a lot of people who we grew up watching and whatnot, and that's cool. I think that's what's really flooding the market, and they really also add in, topics that are difficult to talk about. I don't want to talk about like me being a wrestling fan. This is not a podcast to talk about wrestling. If I want to talk about wrestling, I'll talk about wrestling on a whole different platform. This I want to make as a platform for us to know, for people to know that, these things that you're going through, you're not going through it alone. We'll talk about, single fatherhood. I want to have live discussions about things. So I want to get a couple of people on here one day and just have live discussions about whatever. I'm newly engaged, so I want to get some engaged couples and some married couples on here, and we can have a conversation about what life has been like on that aspect. I want to get some fellas on here. We could just shoot the shit about just whatever shit that we do, shit that we talk about. That my whole intent is for this to grow into something that can be well respected and well talked about, and something that you can just listen to on your drive to work, on your, you know what I'm saying? Nothing long, nothing out of the way. I mean, when we have people on, yeah, the episodes may get longer because, everybody get an opportunity to talk. But when it's just me here, I'm going to get straight to the point. So really this episode is going to really be about where I've been, why I had to step away, and the realization about people that I formerly had in my circle that were really taking the energy away from me. Initially, it was really burnout. I think I had stopped the podcast with Katie. We had stopped. I had just finished chapter 2. So we talking 2022, right? Well, we at 2026. So yeah, I'm talking 2022. That's maybe the mid of 2022. And then I think in 2023, I had got on the radio. I was doing radio with Brooklyn Black. I had did 2 or 3 episodes on Brooklyn Black with that. And then for me, it really was more of a monetary issue. I think financially, I couldn't really help it. And then I think really in that aspect, I wanted to do, radio was not really where I wanted to be unless I would do something like this, like record and then you play it in a time slot. So then that would make me, like, if I have a half-hour time slot, I'll do a half-hour episode every week and then you play it. Boom, cool. But I didn't want to do anything at that time live in front of a camera talking to people. If I was going to do that, I wanted a co-host, and at that point there was nobody trying to do nothing with me at that point. I think I had low-key burned some bridges, but able to also know that, looking back now, that I definitely was 85% of the problem. And I'll get into that too today. But it was really burnout. I think there was a lot going on with me and Ezzy at the time. I think our relationship had really soured, and then I think it had got good for like maybe 2.5 seconds, and then really soured again, and then I was probably super frustrated at work. So something had to go. I think the chapter 2, as much work as I put into it not really getting the promotion and the love that I wanted it to get because of me burning bridges on that side, really fucked it up. I think that really fucked up my mental. I think also just having niggas that I thought was my niggas tell me that they really wasn't my niggas really, took a lot out of me. And then I had to really start over and find a new friend group. You know what I'm saying? Like start all over. Not really start over. I mean, all of these were my niggas separately. But when we came together and became a group, that's what it was. And that's been my friend group from there. But, yeah. Sometimes, I think for me, one of the biggest things that I did was I was looking for. I'm big on collaboration. I'm big on teamwork. I'm not really big on solo shit, and maybe that's why. Another reason why it's taken me so long to do this podcast again, because me doing solo stuff, even though I did 12, 15, I think maybe even 20 episodes originally of this podcast. I even think I tried to bring this podcast back for an episode or two in 2024, 2025, real quick, that I didn't feel confident about. It really wasn't where I was at with it. And I think what I wanted was teamwork, and I was willing to tolerate negative energy. I was willing to hold that standard. But I say this to say the hardest part about losing friends is that lonely feeling. The hardest part about being alone and standing on business is in them times where you be feeling like, yo, damn, yo, should I call such and such, yo, and try to maybe, you know what I'm saying, like, maybe it was me, maybe I should. Nah, yo, even though I know, like, looking back now, like, yeah, I was a big problem, and I can admit that. You know what I'm saying? I think looking back on it, and I can say this out loud now, was I expect people to listen to me because I always have nothing but great intentions. So if I'm telling you something, bro, I'm not telling you something wrong. I'm not telling you something that I know is going to take a chance on being wrong. I'm not going to lie to you, especially if it's something I've been through, because I'm just telling you from experience. And yes, I'll always give you the flip side. Yo, maybe it won't go like this for you. But if you telling me this, yo, this is the outcome. It can only be this way or this way. And when people don't listen to me, I take it personally. And I think really I had to fall back from that and just learn, like, yo, even though, nigga, you always right, you're not always right. And the situation may not always call for you to be right. You know what I'm saying? And I think I really, I think with the EDC shit and with the KD shit, I think I just wanted somebody to hear me. Like, yo, I'm putting out all these good ideas, but nobody's hearing me. You feel me? Like, nobody's really listening to me when I'm saying, like, this is what I want to do. Or when I'm saying, yo, this is what we should do. And then when shit goes wrong, it's like, oh well, yeah, Mike said this, and I always hit it as like, yeah, Mike was right. Mike was right. Yes, if y'all listened to me, we wouldn't be in this situation. But like I said, sometimes it's more important for people to learn the lesson than for you to tell them the outcome. You know what I mean? Like sometimes, like a hard head makes a soft ass. Like sometimes, nigga, you gotta fall on that ass, bro. Like you just pause. But sometimes you gotta fall. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta learn to get back up. You know what I mean? And that's what I did. I fell, and I had to learn to get myself back up to this point here, where I can be able to talk to 2 or 3 people on a podcast that's listening. Hopefully more will grow, and I know more will grow. But like I'll sit here for the few people who will listen and talk, and people who will internalize it and take that and know. But I think I really decided for myself, in order for me to protect my peace and protect my energy, I gotta remove myself from those things. And it's been a tough road. It's been a tough road. I cannot say that, and the hardest part is that, like, in previous episodes of my podcast, I'm super positive. I've always been a super positive guy, so that's not the fake part of me. But I don't ever think I've actually, showcased like what it's like when shit is not always going to be 100% positive. Like, we're not going to always be, you can live your life a certain way and something could happen and shit just happens. I think with this podcast, I want to be a little more vulnerable on the hard days. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I used to talk about the easy days and the fun days and being in love and doing all this. And then, we'd have that episode where I would talk shit about, I hate the way my baby mother's treating me and this, that, and the third, and telling all kind of wild stories and embarrassing her, which I shouldn't have never did. But I'm gonna be a lot more vulnerable on the bad days, and what those are like, bro. Like, because that's real shit. It's not always positive. It's not always gonna be thing. But I knew really once I got with the shop, once I got with the boys, it was really me protecting my energy. It was really me finding my tribe of people, of guys who are like-minded like me. You know what I'm saying? But then to even take that further, like I said, it's been a long road. And it's not to say that I haven't harbored any ill will towards, the people who have hurt me. And like I said, I'm not going to get into names. Like, I know me and Katie will probably never speak again, and I love Katie to death. And if she ever does listen to a episode or whatever, I want her to know that I love her. And there's never no hard feelings. But, the one thing I hate is betrayal. And, I had a group of friends beforehand that, I really fucked with and really put down. And when I got hurt, when them niggas betrayed me, it really swayed my confidence. And it's taken me up until now to really just be like, I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to do this. Like, I'm ready to be back. Like, and it's been a long road. It's been a very long road. And one day I just had to get up. Like, me and Stan will have a conversation. Shout out to Stan the man. We have a conversation every morning. Like, yo, what are we doing? What's the word? What's it looking like? And even in these past 3-4 weeks, maybe even a month, between the Suno and all the other shit, the wrestling shit that he's been doing and all kind of other shit, I haven't touched anything. I haven't done anything. So I said, I have a day off today. I gotta do something. I got to. And so that's why I decided to do this podcast today. I decided to do an episode, and I'm gonna put it out there, and let's see what happens. But I say this to say, and I'll end it off with here. Look at 5 people that you talk to. Are they adding anything to your life? Look at the people that are in your circle. Look at the people who are around you. Look at the people who are with you at work, that you talk to daily at work. Are they adding to you? Are they taking away from you? Are they fueling anything? Do you feel like when you go to work and you're around them, or you around them, your friends, or even your family, you feel stressed? Protect. Taking a break from people, muting that chat, blocking that person, ignoring that person, do not disturbing your phone, there's nothing wrong with that. To protect your peace, to protect your environment, protect yourself, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with keeping yourself at bay from things that do not serve you. Nothing that, and I'll leave it off with that for today. So, like I said, for the future, I plan on doing bigger podcasts. I want to collab with some people. I got some people in mind that I want to talk to. I'm gonna start pushing and speaking to people just to get my feet wet, get myself into this. And like I said, shout out to the shop, shout out to Stan the man. Like I said, that's my brother. Just always on me, always pushing me. Iron sharpens iron. That's our saying. That's what we say. I like I said, I get up in the morning every morning and I say that iron sharpens iron. And whether or not I've moved or shake or anything on that, I definitely use that mantra daily, and that's led me to here. So shout out to Stan the man for that. We're gonna have him on here. We're gonna get into that father episode, and I can't wait for that because that's gonna be fun. You know what I'm saying? I even think I may have Mikey on here. He's 12. So maybe he's been very, I don't want to say he wants to be a YouTuber, but he's very much into like that internet life, like, and he knows how to get things to go viral, and I've seen like him grow his YouTube page. So I definitely, maybe I'll get him on here. We could just talk about the dad-son relationship, what it's like, things like that, how he feels as a 12-year-old. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. So I got a quote for y'all. I always like to leave with a quote. And I'm gonna leave y'all on that. Auditing your circle isn't about cutting people out to be malicious. It's about making room for people who actually want to see you grow. You aren't losing friends. You're refining your environment. It turns a tough conversation into a positive act of self-care sometimes when you do that. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you just gotta move on. But hey, once again, I'm Michael Bostic. This is Thoughts of a Regular Man. Thank y'all for tuning in. This is episode 1. We back. 2026 version of Thoughts of a Regular Man from now into the future. Peace.